Don't forget that this tutorial is part of a series of tutorials which you can access on our YouTube playlist, or alternatively, if you would like to, you can purchase the whole course on Udemy. There should be a link to the YouTube playlist and a link to our Udemy course, which should always provide the best price in the video description. In the last phase of this section of the course, we're going to be focusing on the Django admin site. Now, this might not be initially considered part of the Django ORM as such, but it does have a lot of crossover. And of course, if you are going to build a database, the first phase will be build the database, the second phase will be to migrate it to the database, and then the third phase is typically you want to start administering the data and managing that data in your database. So the Django admin site provides a quick and friendly interface for you to start populating and working with data in your database. Right, so it won't be possible for us to access the Django admin site until we actually set up a super user, a user to access it. Now, in the previous tutorial, I did roll back everything. So I've removed all the migrations and the database. So that's where I currently am. So I'm going to go ahead and make migrations and then migrate again. I'll clear that. And then we'll start to build a super user. So a super user is an admin user that can access the Django admin site. So we can start to administrate our tables or add data to our tables. So match.py and then create super user. Right, so we can set this blank. We can just press enter if you want to use the default name. I'm going to be super insecure, and use admin, and then I press enter there. I don't need an email address, and password's going to be admin for now. I'm told that's not very useful, that password, but I'm going to press Y for yes, just continue. So this is just going to be for development, of course. It's always recommended to use a much better username and password. So once that's in place, I now have a user so I can log into the Django admin site. So from this point, I can now go ahead and start the server. So run server. So the server should run. This is the link to the server. So we use that and go into the browser. So I go to that link in the browser. I'm shown the rocket indicating that Django has been installed successfully. So I go ahead and in the browser URL, I type in admin. So 127.001:8000/admin. If you can't see that, if that's a little bit too small, apologies, I can't zoom in. And that will take you to the Django admin site. Now we've just created a Django admin user, which is admin, username and password. Press not now. And there we go. So by default, I can see groups and users. So these are two tables that have been generated by the fact that when we started our Django project, there were apps already installed in the settings. So that gives me a chance to have a look, and you can see that we have created an admin user. Right, so our goal then is to take the models that we've created for the inventory app and then make them viewable here. So we can then select them and start to populate them and administrate them through the Django admin site.